And hello again, dear ones. Reverend Robert with you. It is Wednesday night, 6:15, 6 o'clock on the Mountain Time Zone. And that means it's time for the midweek pick-me-up. This week, Be the Light. This is the opportunity to come together for two prayers, two songs, and a talk in between. And I didn't turn my light on. So excuse me for a second here while I get up close and personal with you. Hey, there we go. That should make things look a little more even. Oh, welcome. Another Wednesday evening. I want to say a quick and huge shout out. Thank you to my dear brother, Reverend Elzia Sekou, for stepping in and taking over this program and guiding last week's midweek pick me up. If you haven't heard, we've been moving the studios from one location to another, and I'll tell you, I was up to my eyeballs in that last Wednesday night. So thank you, Brother Elzia, Reverend Brother Elzia, for stepping up and taking the reins on this program. Good evening, Diego. Good to see you, my brother. Thank you for affirming the light. And I affirm the light that is in each and every one of us. And that is what we are all about tonight. Being the light. Be the light. So, as I said, two prayers, two songs, and a talk in between. I think that means we better get moving on a prayer here. If you're with me and feeling comfortable, please close your eyes and join in this opportunity. To just let go of the hustle and the bustle of the day. Let go of everything it took to be in this moment. Let go of anything it took to be in this moment. And join in as we come together to recognize the one. That one power, presence, and intelligence that is right now operating as all of life, that is right now expressing itself as my life perfectly. Expressing as your life perfectly. Expressing as all life perfectly. And so I know that deeply we are one. I know that we are one of this expressive power, presence, and intelligence we call God, the allness of everything, the source and the supply. I recognize there is good flowing through this moment. There is an awakening flowing through this moment. There is a great revelation happening this moment as humanity, one by one, heartbeat by heartbeat, is waking up to our spiritual magnificence. And so I know this time together is a rich, rich blessing, for it is an opportunity to affirm the truth. It is an opportunity to celebrate the day, to celebrate the week, to celebrate whatever it is that's going on in the world, because whatever it is, it must be God. And if it's God, then it must be good. So I am in that place of absolute for what's coming, for what's happening, for what's revealing itself here this moment, and for the bountiful good coming our way. So I release any idea of what's supposed to happen here, what must happen here, and let God be God. Let God express its creative nature right here, right now, through this experience. And if you're an affirmation of that truth, please join as we say together, and so it is. And so it is. Thank you again, dear ones. Okay, so there's our first prayer. Let's get some music going. Now, here's what I know. I know that this song has a deep and rich meaning and history, and for some it's loaded with some baggage, and for others it was one of the songs that turned us on when it comes to New Thought. And this is one of those versions that turned me on to New Thought in a big way. So this is Faith Rivera, and I think you'll recognize the song from San Jose. Enjoy. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine. You know you want to shine, shine around the world. Shine, shine, everywhere I go. I'm gonna let it shine, yeah, everywhere I go. I'm gonna let it shine, everywhere I go. Oh yeah, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, oh, let it shine, shine, everybody, shine, shine. You know you want to shine, shine, all around the world, shine, shine. In this light is gold, in this light is gold, there is sun, there is freedom, sun, when there is sun, when there is sun, there is home, there is home. Oh, me in the home, there is me in the home. The nation, honor in the nation, there's honor in the nation, honor in the nation. There is peace in the world. We're gonna let it shine. We're gonna let it shine. Yeah, no more living in fear. No way. We're gonna let it shine. No more living in fear. No way. We're gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Oh, let it. Come on, shine, yeah. Thank you, Faith Rivera. This little light of mine. See, that always woke me up. That song always wakes me up, picks me up, and reminds me that there's something more going on. No matter what might no matter what how I might perceive it, there's always a reminder out there. There's always a way to be reminding ourselves that we are the light and that we're here to shine that light. That is our very nature. We're letting intuition guide us. We're letting the light guide us into whatever the next experience that we're here to fulfill. We've been talking about the light all month, right? This is the return of the light now. We're past the solstice and the great conjunction and conjuncture. I forget how we said it, but and if you got a chance to see the planets aligning, it was spectacular. And in all of this, there is that great significance that it would appear that we have been in a sense of darkness and that we're re-emerging into the light. And 2020, this year more than ever, there seems to be this deep trust, this deep sense of faith, and I guess anticipation that we're leaving the darkness behind us. So, something jumped into my mind as I was preparing for this talk, and it was, right, let there be light. God said, and let there be light. And the rest of that is, and God saw the light was good and separated the darkness. So those that know me know I'm not a huge Bible fan. I'm not a huge Bible quote. I'm aware, I'm intelligent. I've done my reading, and because we're a metaphysical community, we were always looking at a metaphysical approach. So when a Bible quote jumps into my mind, into my head, the first thing I do is I jump over to the Metaphysical Bible Dictionary and start looking at some of the deeper meanings or how the Unity faith looks at that. So in all considerations, the metaphysical meaning of light is a higher intelligence. So anytime we're talking about being the light, then that means we're being the intelligence of God. We're being that through line, that way that God gets to express itself intelligently. That's the piece about being the light. Now, the darkness is what I found was really fun to look at, because the definition in the darkness is the failure to understand that settles upon the soul in times of great trial. The failure to understand. Now, that doesn't mean that there's anything wrong. It doesn't mean that there is not intelligence. It just means we're missing it. We're not understanding it. The failure to understand that settles upon the soul, that ends up weighing heavy upon who we are and what we've come here to be. And I'll tell you, over this past 9-10 months, there have been those dark nights. There have been those trials, and spending all night wrestling with the angels, and being in this place where there is that, man, it can be numbing to the soul. It can be deadening to the soul. But our work here is to remain true to the soul, is to stay tapped in to what the soul is calling, even in the midst of great, great trials. Even in the midst of great trials. Now, those that know me and know Holmes may know exactly what's coming next, because this sense that there is a failure to understand in the midst of the great trials reminds me of the words of Dr. Ernest Holmes. Stay with the one and never deviate from it. Never leave it for a moment. Nothing else can equal this attitude. To desert the truth in the hour of need is to prove that we do not know the truth. To desert the truth in the darkest trials. When things look the worst, that is the supreme time to demonstrate to ourselves that there is no obstruction to truth. When things look the worst is the best time to work, the most satisfying time. The person who can throw themselves with a complete abandon into that limitless sea of receptivity, having cut loose from all apparent moorings, is the one who will always receive the greatest rewards. Right? Ernest is reminding us that when things are the darkest, when they are the heaviest, when that sense of failure is settled upon our soul, that maybe we don't even think we're worthy of doing the next thing or getting out of bed in the morning, well, that's the supreme time to do this work. That's the supreme time to remind ourselves that you are a divine expression of God, that you are here to do great things, that no one's here to do what you're here to do. You bring a unique set of gifts and skills and talents to this thing called life. And so the world would be a much, much lesser place without you, without the gifts that you bring, and without the service you bring, without the love that you bring, without the light that you are. We need you to be the light that you are. We need you to be the light that only you can be. You know, in this time, you hear metaphysicians all over the planet. We're all talking about how we're returning to the light, but the truth is that light has its shadow. And we all have that shadow. And we've got to be able to work with that darkness, with that sense of failure, with that sense that, hey, we've all got to be able to work with that side of the shadow. And we've all got to be able to work with those parts of ourselves we deny and we hide. That's what the winter is all about. That's what this time is all about. It's, at least in the northern hemisphere, right? It's cold, it's windy, it's slippery, it's not so much fun to be out. We turn within, we take this time around a fire or curled up in a chair, or with family, hiding under a tree, wherever it might be. We take this time to look within and say, where am I forgetting? Where am I forgetting? Where am I forgetting the truth of myself? Where am I forgetting the absolute prosperity that is my nature? Where am I forgetting the good that I'm here to bring onto the planet? You know, much like darkness is considered, right, the failure to understand, that reminds me of one of my favorite acronyms, fear. Now, many of you have probably heard the acronym for fear, right? Forget everything and run. false evidence appearing real. Well, I've got one that I use a little more that I use, and it serves me in a more positive note. When I sense the fear rising up, then it's that moment that I recognize fear as forgetting to empower absolute reality. If I am feeling fear, I am simply forgetting to empower the absolute reality of life, the absolute truth of my life. What is that? I am a divine expression of the one, whole, complete, and perfect, just as I am. I am a divine expression of God's life here on this planet to bring forth great experience, to have great experience, to bring forth great opportunity, and so are you. Because if that's the truth of my life, it's got to be the truth of your life, because it's the truth of God's life. And it really could be no other way. That's how interconnected we are. That's how deeply we are connected. So as we emerge from the darkness, as we emerge from the dark trials that this summer and fall and winter and this whole year has been, as we emerge from that back into an experience of being light, we get to leave the fear behind. Because in any moment, we can remember to empower absolute reality simply by our very next breath, by our very next word. As we turn to be the light, we can let go of that sense of failure. We can let go of the heaviness that settles upon the soul. For the time of great trial is behind us. We are here to be us now. You must be you. You must be you. And it was Dr. Seuss that said, "Today you are you." That is truer than true. There is no one alive who is youer than you. The wisdom of Dr. Seuss. There is no one alive that is youer than you. And the universe needs your input, needs your creativity, needs your perspective, needs you to be the light, so that others may awaken, so that others may see the light and say, "I too shall go there." There's no one here that's fewer than you. And the truth is, you're amazing. No question about it. You're amazing. You know, in the past, I forget exactly when I first heard this, but it's only been within the last year or maybe a little more, maybe a year and a half. And I want you to, I don't want to share what it is yet. I'm just setting it up. And in a short amount of time, it became one of my favorite songs. And on first listen, you'll hear the love song that is so very obvious. And I believe you can listen to this and hear the love song that we are singing to ourselves, that we can sing to ourselves. I think if you listen deeply, you'll hear the love song that God is singing to each and every one of us. This is called "You're Amazing," and it's by a Canadian artist named Martin Kerr. Enjoy.
One day, we'll be looking back on this and we'll say, "Aren't you happy that we did it our way?" Everyone we knew was saying no way, but we were never listening anyway. So don't be just standing in the doorway. Don't you know we gotta hit the highway? Darling, this is gonna be a good day. And I've gotta say that I'm not bad myself, but you're amazing. You're amazing. One day, I'll be looking back on this and I'll say, I'm so happy that you said you would stay. There were times I know that I was crazy, fraying at the edges and you saved me. I'm losing count of chances that you gave me. You're laughing at me dancing really badly and telling me the reasons why you'd gladly do it all again. 'Cause I'm not bad myself, but you're amazing. You're amazing. Oh, I'm not bad myself, but you're amazing. you're amazing. Well, hey, words can never adequately convey everything you're giving to me today. But holding you is better than a holiday, and leaving you I dread it like exam day. So at the risk of sounding kinda risque, everything to now has been the foreplay. Darling, I would follow you to Norway, or anywhere you want it, 'cause I'm not bad myself, but you're amazing. You're amazing. Oh, I'm not bad myself, but you're amazing. You're amazing. I'm not bad myself, but you're amazing. You're amazing. Oh, I'm not bad myself, but you're amazing. You're amazing. Oh, I'm not bad myself, but you're amazing. You're amazing. Oh, I'm not bad myself, but you're amazing. You're amazing. One day, when we're getting wrinkly and our hair's grey, a rusty old banger in the driveway, one of us will maybe wear a toupee. I will be in love with you.
Thank you, Martin Kerr. And thank you each and everyone for being here on the planet at this time, for being present to this experience, to this opportunity, to this divine moment. So I invite you to join me in consciousness. Join me in an experience where we come to recognize the one power, one presence, one infinite intelligence that is right here, right now, taking on form and shape and experience as all of life. The allness of everything that is my life, that is your life, that is every life, is right now expressing itself magnificently, joyously, perfectly, wholly and completely in unique and magnificent ways. And so I know at the very center of life, your life matters. Who you are, how you show up, what you bring to this thing called life, all of that makes a difference. For you are your unique self, and no one is ever youer than you. You absolutely vital to the evolution of human consciousness, absolutely vital to the revelation of this grand vision that is life on planet Earth, that is happening right here, right now. So I am absolutely thrilled to overflowing for all the good that's happening, all the amazingness that's occurring, each and every way that you show up on the world, in the world, for the world. So I am in that place of absolute and glorious gratitude for all that has transpired and for all that's coming our way this day, this week, moving forward as we close out 2020 and move boldly into 2021. The great healing is upon us, and all is well. So I release this word into the law that must demonstrate and recognize it as good. And so it is. Oh, and so it is. Thank you, dear ones. Now, hey, tonight is the very first night where we are starting our brand new fellowship experience right after the show. So I just put a link in the show in the comments for tonight's show, and it's going across on a ticker bar there underneath. There is, if you want to write that down or grab it off the direct, give me just a couple minutes to get over there and open up that room, and we will have as much time as we need, a chance to hang out, connect, chat, talk. If you have questions about tonight's experience, I'm happy to share a little more. But really, this is about us being able to connect as community, and we're going to start doing this every Wednesday right after the Wednesday night pick me up, half hour of fellowship and social connection. So please consider joining us for that. And hey, we're almost there. 2020 is almost complete. And we would still greatly appreciate your love offerings, your donations, your tithes, your gifts, your financial contributions that keep this ministry up and running. Our fall fundraiser still runs through the end of the year, so you can still get coffee mugs and mouse pads and sweatshirts and all kinds of fun stuff as thank you gift. And we are still donating a portion of what comes into us back out into the world, specifically to the Refugee Film School and the good work that they are doing, one of our partner nonprofits. So please consider us in your year-end giving. Consider us in your weekly giving. Consider us when you think about New Thought Media and the power and the message that we are bringing out into the world. I want to say thank you again. Hey, and we do have a couple other things coming up over the holiday, a couple of very special things. First thing, who likes to sing Christmas carols? Yeah, exactly. Check this out. We're going to do a Christmas carol experience. You might call this karaoke Christmas. Now tell me that doesn't put a smile on your face. Our very own Diego Reyes and his brand new program that he's going to be bringing forward next year, Spirit Says Sing, is an online karaoke experience. Now, I'm not going to lead the Christmas carols because we want somebody who can really sing do that. And that's why Diego is heading all of this up. So if you're going to be laying around the house anyway on Christmas Day, start at 7 a.m. Join Reverend Elzia and I for Ministers Talking Shit, and wrap up the evening with Christmas carols with Brother Diego, and a few of the other New Thought Media Network hosts will be on as well. We'll be sharing Christmas carols with you. And there is an opportunity, if you watch the video, where we'll bring you in on the studio and we'll let you belt one out if you want, and you can sing along with us from the studio. Or so Christmas karaoke this Friday, 6 p.m. Mountain Time. We'd love to see you join us for that. Also, remember tomorrow evening, I forgot to load the image. Let me go find it. This tomorrow evening, we are doing a Taizé service, and that is going to happen at 6 o'clock Mountain Time. Part of our holiday programming as well. And this is a deep meditation and a great and glorious experience. Let me grab you that image real quick so we know exactly what we're talking about. It's about 45 minutes of deep meditation and sing along and singing, chanting, and recitations. And it starts at 7 o'clock on tomorrow evening, 7 p.m. broadcasting on both Facebook and YouTube. And then we'll do a repeat performance on the 31st at 7 p.m. as well. So Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve, we're going to move into the light with Reverend Donna Michael and her beautiful Taizé service, so meditation. So please consider joining us for any of our holiday programming, and all of our regular programming is running this week as well. Rev Jersey Girl will be with us tomorrow. She's going to have the amazing Ty Stevens on tomorrow. If you're not familiar with Ty's music, we're all falling in love with that around here like crazy. So check out Jersey Girl Wisdom tomorrow. Peace Meditation is running in full bore. If you're not part of that, the Peace Vigil, send an email and get involved. And plan to join us over the New Year Visioning Retreat weekend, Friday, January 1st through Sunday, January 3rd. 14 opportunities, and we'll do a half an hour preamble that is an intro session for anybody that's new. We'll also have an optional half hour after each session to share in a deeper way as well. These are going to be in a Zoom room, private experience, not going to be a broadcast. This is going to be a deep, deep dive throughout the Visioning weekend. Join us for one or all 14, completely up to you. All right, folks, that's all I've got for tonight. I'm going to get out of here. We'll be back on New Thought Media Network at 8:15 p.m. with evening prayers. And today is Wednesday. Is it me? It is me. It's me. Cool. I'll be back at 8:15 for evening prayers to close down our broadcast evening. Until then, thanks for being with us on the Pick Me Up. I love you. You are amazing. I can't wait to see you again. Until then, let's go over here because this is where our closing is. Peace.